Legion, it's Adrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Frostpunk in our brand new The Black Faith series. Our scouts are 10 hours and 47 minutes away from their first destination. They're going to get some survivors. We're going to go back up to speed 3 for a second and see what the game has in store for us. Yes, people cheers. The giant observation balloon soars above the city. The beacon launched right at the end of the previous episode, the first episode, and we are on the way. Now, we don't have room for a second scout team. I'm just looking at that because the button was there and I was reminding myself what I could and couldn't do. But next order of business needs to be, we're working on research in the Steam Hub at the moment. Also, we need to deal with our extra sick and our extra hungry. We have 2 fully fledged medical tents, which hopefully we'll be able to deal with that problem on their own. We have plenty of food, so I'm guessing when the workday ends, those people will feed themselves. Maybe. We'll have to see. But we also are going to have to start building some additional things soon. Mainly homes for some of our new arrivals. We don't have new arrivals yet, but we will shortly because we're going to get survivors. And we can generally expect more people showing up at the city. Book of Laws, Adaptation. So we can do a public house. That would make people happy. We could do dueling law. Extra rations for the dueling law would be interesting as a way to go a different route than we did with the Great Order. But let's see. Overcrowding or extra rations for the ill. Care house. Care house would provide a place for... I don't know that I need to sign a law right now. I might wait until there is an actual story-based reason for one. That can be handy to actually have that ready to go in moments of crisis. But actually, it looks like people are feeding themselves for the most part, and our sick are, well, I spoke too soon. We have sick piling back up. Okay, there we go. Scouts have reached the Lost Expedition. The rest of our people made camp here too exhausted to go on. We should escort them to the city. Explore. We enter the camp, appearing out of the driving snow. A choir of excited voices welcomes us. Thank God you found us. We've been wandering for days until we couldn't go any longer. Soon we'd begin to starve. Children and adults surround us, packed and ready to go. Escort the survivors to the city. So we have 4 kids, 10 engineers, 22 workers. So we're going to send them straight back. And we will definitely have some jobs ready for them when they arrive. They'll arrive 5 hours from now, so a few hours past the beginning of the workday. Also, we have, it looks like a temp rise coming up. So that's good news. It does occur to me that we need to go ahead and start building homes for people. Steam Hub's almost done. Okay, there we go. So our survivors have returned to the city. And now we're going to have lots more jobs. Well, we have jobs, but we're going to have lots more people to fill the jobs. It's heartwarming to see families reunited after so many hardships, but shouldn't there be other settlements nearby? The first expeditions left London long ago. They ought to be well established by now. They will surely help us find our footing. I feel like this is not going to end particularly well, the end of this plot thread. I don't know. It's like I've done this before. There's a lot of variation. Well, there's actually not a lot of variation in how the scenario plays out, but there's variation in where these various places to explore can pop up. And actually, it looks like the crash site is there and the gloomy cave is there. Don't want to go to the gloomy cave yet because that's risky. Crash site is how far? 20 hours? If we go to Lost Expedition, to the point we've already been to, it's what, 6 hours? Yeah. Let's go ahead, because that's closer. More than halfway, just in a slight tangential direction. And they'll be there in a few hours. Not bad. But we definitely do need to continue. Yes, our people found a trail leading into the wilderness. I know. Now we are going to build, as soon as possible, a heater. As soon as the research is done on it. And that's being worked on right now. Mild frostbite, a citizen became gravely ill. I'm realizing that my line through the center of town, despite my effort in the first episode, still is not completely straight. I should have gone slightly... Looks like I went a little bit too much to the northeast there. I should have gone a little bit more in here to make it a straight line. There's no way to, I think, intuitively do that. Okay, good. We've arrived. How many hours to the crash site? 11 hours. Okay, we did actually shave about 3 hours off. 3 to 5. Was it 20 or 22 hours? We shaved 3 to 5 hours off there. That's not bad. And let's finish this research. Boom. Alright, with that being done, it costs steel to build these, so I'm going to go ahead and build that right now. Don't want to waste a second. Technology tree. Sawmills next, because we are out of a means to gather additional wood, or we soon will be, I think. Oh yeah, we're down to our last 33 wood. We definitely need that sawmill as soon as humanly possible, please and thanks. Oh, you know what? I also need to go ahead and build...
End of shift. Go rest all who can.
Alright, people are hungry. Captain, some of our people are here to talk about the lack of food. They've been hungry for days now, and they fear that soon they'll begin to starve. They want you to do something. Let's just feed them. I'm not going to say feed them and stockpile some food, because again, big promises in Frostpunk just never go well. Let's feed them. And it looks like we have 46 minutes left. You better build this house in 46 minutes, that's all I'm saying. That better get built in that much time. Otherwise, I'm going to be pissed. Are you going to do it? Oh man, it's coming down to the wire. This house needs to get built in order for this promise to be fulfilled. Oh, it's not gonna happen! You bastards! You bastards! Why could you not build that fast enough? Okay, so we broke a promise. Yeah, this is off to a great start. I'm happy with how this is going. Everything's going fine. I'm not getting angry at my people. I'm not building up a rational justification for being a tyrannical leader in my mind. No, why would I do that? That would be entirely too mean. Oh, hey look! Extra work slots. More kids. Let's send more kids to work those jobs. And, you know, we do need some additional metal. Let's go ahead and put some workers on the steel wreckage there. Not that they're working it at the moment, but they will be soon. We've got some hunters going out to get additional food. God, I'm so pissed about that. We came down to the wire. I couldn't have possibly built that any faster. Could I have? I don't know. Alright. Well, it is what it is. Need to watch our coal. We have about 2 days worth right now. Scouts have reached the crash site. Let's see. Wood and raw food. Oh, good. Yeah, there's usually supplies here, which is why I went for that first. Explore. There are plenty of priceless supplies in the wrecks of our expedition. Searching among the crates scattered in the snow behind the wrecks, we found the bodies. They're tangled together in a single frozen mass, as if these people were trying to find at least a bit of warmth just before they died. We can do nothing for them, not even bury them. Take resources. And come right on back. 10 hours. That's a good amount of wood and a good amount of food. I'm so pissed about that house. People are just too impatient, and they're gonna pay the price. Just you wait. Henry Higgins. Just you wait.
Get to work.
The hungry were fed. Most of the hungry have had a meal and are somewhat satisfied for the time being. Damn Skippy. Okay, so there's no gatherable resources at this location anymore. And there haven't... Wait a minute. Okay, yeah, there were 5 kids and 5 workers set to work there, but I don't need them there anymore. So that does free up some slots. I think what I would like to do now is go ahead and build a second workshop once I have... I also need to get the, Good. Alright, so we got some wood, we got some food, lots of raw food actually, so that'll help make sure people are fed for the next couple of days. Let's go ahead and get the second workshop up and running. I realized, by the way, that I misspoke in the first episode. I was talking about how I can... I mean, I didn't misspeak every time that I said this, but I was talking about being able to middle-click in order to change the orientation of buildings, and while I was talking about that, I was also talking about my, like, surviving Mars building habits around the same moment. I was thinking about it around the same moment. I was talking about how I will try and right-click to try and start a building, because that's just in my controls DNA at the moment, I guess you can say. It's just in my habit structure. And I got my wires got crossed in my brain. It's middle clicking, by the way. If you're a Frostpunk newbie, you can middle click to change the orientation of building. Right clicking does actually nothing in Frostpunk. All right, so let's see. I guess I'm going to go ahead and go to the Gloomy Cave. There could be survivors there. It could cost me my scouts. I'm going to be there in 14 hours and 35 minutes. I hate it. I don't want to lose my scouts, but I'm going to go. Also, do I need to go ahead and build another hunter's hut? Might be a good idea to go ahead and get that done. Still mad about that house. Still pretty pissed off. Not gonna lie about it. You know, it probably would be good to go ahead and get a gathering hut set up out here. I have plenty of wood. Alright, there's that. Alright, let's go ahead and get some engineers working the second workshop. Sawmill has been researched. Let's pause for a moment, and let's see what else we can look at. We can get hunter's gear, which brings in additional food per night. Yes, please. We definitely need as much food as we can get early on. And then, yeah, that's fine. We'll work on that. What else can we build? A sawmill! Yeah! Let's go ahead and put one out here, since we already have a road. There we go. Probably the best spot for one right there. Steel wreckage depleted. That's the one in range of the gathering post here. What do we have here? More sick beds needed. Captain, some of our people are concerned about the rising number of untreated sick. They're asking you to address the problem. You can say that it'll open a new medical post. Or I can say that promise the sick. I promise the sick will be treated. Let's promise that the sick will be treated. Open the Book of Laws. Go to adaptation. And go to overcrowding. Our medical facilities should be fully utilized even when we have to put the patients on the floor. The capacity of medical facilities is doubled. So using the extra capacity will cause discontent, and discontent will rise slightly as a result of this law being passed. There we go. But we got some hope out of that as well. Because we, quote-unquote, kept our promise. Look, I did a good thing for you, air quotes. You should trust your benevolent leader. Alright, so let's go ahead and close these two. Didn't I have some workers here too? Well, I guess I didn't. Alright. Kids! Gather some coal. I need my workers in this hunter's hut. And that's actually, well, no, to tell you the truth, I think I would rather, before I put more people on hunting, I'm going to put 10 people on the sawmill job. Well, it wouldn't hurt to have 10 people on hunting, at least for tonight. And then I could fill those jobs tomorrow. I have lots of wood at the moment. So no, I mean, yes, in the long run, I need people working there, but we're going to keep this gathering post here because eventually we'll put a coal thumper out here and then put a steel, or put one of these things down. That thing, you know. Alright, Gloomy Cave. Moment of truth. This could be our first round of deaths here. This cave is or was inhabited. There are a number of footprints leading to its entrance. We should check if there's still someone alive up there. Explore. We can hear terrified shrieks coming from a cave uphill. When we come closer, several polar bears turn towards us, blocking the entrance. There are people trapped inside, and those beasts are picking them off one by one and feasting on them. We could leave the bears alone, or we can risk attacking the bears. We would get 11 workers, 18 engineers, 4 kids. Up, there's that sound. We just lost our scouts. When our scouts attacked the bears, the people in the cave joined them, and together they drove the beasts away. Unfortunately, the scouts died from their injuries. The people they saved set out towards our city, guided by a map made by the scouts. Close. Okay, next order of business. We definitely need... We're gonna have to steal some some workers. Now I need to send these scouts out to meet the survivors. This is me being pragmatic. Interesting. See, it's 8 hours for them to arrive if they go straight out to the gloomy cave following the path, but it's 15 hours if they go straight to the survivors. I don't get that. That's very strange. We did discover the observatory, so we have a new place to search. That's good, at least. So we lost our scouts, and we officially have had deaths. That happened in the... I mean, people are going to die in this series. Playing on hard difficulty, it's unavoidable. But that happened in the Great Order, too. And I was trying to remember, where did people die at the end of the series? And someone in the comments was like, remember, you lost a scout team. I was like, oh yeah, good point. Because it doesn't happen in the city. It's like out of sight, out of mind. I feel bad for saying that, but it's true. It's what happens. Alright, gathering post resources depleted. So that's 2 gathering posts that now have nothing to gather. And I might eventually, to tell you the truth, I'm going to break this one down. Let me go ahead and dismantle that for some wood and steel. And we're going to plug some people to work that hunter's hut. Or are we? Actually, let's go ahead since... Yeah, that works for me. Now I could go ahead and do another... We technically need another medical post. We do, believe it or not. Eventually I'm going to have to do something out here to heat these areas, so maybe if I put one out in the snow right here. I don't love the idea, because it'll be colder than the rest. But we're going to have to make do with that. Okay, so the scouts have arrived. They just retrieved... Okay, good. Yeah, that makes the return journey considerably shorter for those survivors. Alright, we are 85% of the way to the hunter's gear. Tech. There we go. Now we're bringing in more food per night. Now, this will help with the hospital problem that I just established. But we're going to need coal thumper before anything else. So let's go ahead and do that just to ensure we don't run out of coal prematurely. So I've got these coal stacks, and they definitely are helping. Alright, we have 4 of the kids in treatment at the moment, which is making collection of that coal a little bit dicey. Scouts have returned safely to the city. You can disband the scouts. I know. I know. So we can go to the observatory, or we can go to the sturdy shelter. I kind of want to go to the observatory first. Let's go ahead and go to the gloomy cave. Well, how close is it? Hang on. Would it be better? And I think it might be best just to go straight there. I feel like if we go that way, even if we save time with the known route and then go that way, that might be a little bit too far out of the way. What do we have here? Woman in despair. A woman is sitting in the snow pit, holding her dead husband's hand, crying her heart out. Perhaps you should have agreed to give people proper burials after all. Make an exception and bury him, or I did what I had to do. I did what I had to do. Quit your whining. Oh, man. I'm acting, people. I'm not really this cruel. I have no choice. Alright, steel wreckage depleted. Really? Already? That was fast. Alright, so we do definitely need to build some additional tents. But I do have the resources that I need to get that done. It looks like we need to feed some people, but we should be able to do that. Now what do I have? I have some extra engineers, so it will be time soon for that new workshop. Don't have the resources at the moment, but I will soon. Alright, so we're caring for our sick at the moment. Ish, maybe, perhaps. Lots of discontent. I wonder how much food is going to get brought in now that we have 3 full hunters' huts. Kind of curious. We can sign a book of laws, go into adaptation. We can do... This will definitely raise hope. The gravely ill and amputees will be cared for at low cost in special houses. Let's do this for political reasons, because we do need to give people hope at the moment. We wouldn't want people to become unhappy with my leadership before I can punish them for not building my house fast enough. That would just be inconvenient to me. So... Care house. Maybe have it... I love how it automatically fills the space there. That's awesome. Basically what the game does now is it says, okay, if you put something here in this space, there is nothing possible that could fill the space otherwise, so we're just going to make the building fill the entire space, which is pretty cool. I think what I'd rather do is have it be sideways, like so. I like that first model. That'll work. And eventually we'll, again, have heating out this direction. Supposedly we're out of wood. All right, there we go. Scouts have reached the observatory. More survivors. Some things amiss at the observatory. Snow covers the precious instruments, and the dome is open, letting out a thin column of smoke. Someone's inside. Instead of astronomers, we are met by some of our lost people. They explained that they came here for help, but found everybody dead. The astronomers continued their observations until they starved. What was so important for them? They wrote it up in their diaries. The loss of sunlight can't be explained solely by the fouling of the atmosphere, by the southern volcanoes. The sun is dimming. Escort the survivors to the city. Bring them back. And then we'll go pay a visit to the sturdy shelter. Alright, so we have fulfilled our promise to build a care house. Coal Thumper researched. Goody goody gumdrop. Let's go ahead and get one of those built. Actually, wait, before we even do that, we need to pick a new... How am I doing on steel? Well, I'm fine on steel. I don't need to research steelworks yet. Should I go ahead and go for drawing boards? I don't have the resources for it. Let's go ahead and go for heaters. And then soon, like, I will get a new workshop built soon as well, but we are actually running out of coal, believe it or not, and we have a temperature drop coming up as well. That's rather annoying, but that's why we need the, we definitely are going to need some coal thumpers to be set up before long, and we're going to need to get a new steam hub set up as well. I'll probably, I don't know, like, I'll probably expand in this direction first and eventually get around to the medical situation. The issue here is this place is bloody cold, and it's about to get bloody colder, but there's not a lot we can do. Sir, people are complaining about the quality of food. They understand that times are hard and a full meal is a luxury, but eating one from time to time makes a big difference for them. Is there a chance of that? I will solve this problem, or I won't address this right now. You have 3 days to provide 137 standard food rations. We already have a lot of discontent. I've got to be a politician here and say, I will solve this problem. You silly, silly people who don't realize that you're trying to carve out a life for yourself, lives for yourselves, in the frozen north. You want real food, huh? Well, maybe you should have stayed where there was plenty. Like that intro said, we bade farewell to plenty. Apparently you didn't, because you still want real food. Spoiled brats? Okay. Again, just building up that psychological case for how crazy and mean we're going to be to these people later on in the series. just getting you ready now. Alright, we are almost back with our new survivors. And we are going to have some more homes that need to be built. I think I'm going to go ahead and do this. Good. You can disband the scouts of the beacon or send them back out into Frostland. Head on out to the sturdy shelter, please. So those homes should be enough to cover everybody. We need to produce 142. Do we need to stockpile or just produce? That's the question. All right, so workday's about to begin, but we're going to have to let this workday play out in the next episode. Yeah, not a lot of food came back. Also, I do need to go ahead and say to the care house that I want them to do the standard meal, otherwise nothing really will happen. But we are researching heaters right now, so we'll be able to turn one on at this medical post. And that will help, I imagine, with people that are about to get sick, because it just got a lot colder. But we're going to watch this play out in the next episode. Scouts are 13 hours, 38 minutes away from their next destination. We have 14 hours of coal left, and we haven't started our coal thumper yet either. Now, we have a decent amount of coal available here, and I could sick some of my new workers on it. I could say, go ahead and pull the coal off of these piles at full speed. I'm going to go ahead and give that order. It will deplete the remaining coal here rapidly, but at least then we won't run out. And we have this coal as well to gather, so I can send out, say, 10 kids and 5 engineers to go do that. And that way we won't run out of coal while we're waiting for the coal thumper to get built in the next one. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every day at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.